Hello, everyone, and welcome to Random Number Generation, the GDQ Hotfix show about randomizers, the communities, and of course, the mods behind them. I'm Skybills, your host, and this is episode 118, Super Mario 64, BAZR, B-A-Z-R, with Author Blues. Hey, Auth, how are you doing?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. You know, the first time when we had talked about BAZR, because it kind of sounds like Bowser to me, right? I'm like, Auth, what does BAZR stand for? And Auth was like, just look at the controller. And I'm like, oh, those are like the inputs on the controller.
Yep.
So, yeah, Auth, you have been spending a lot of time with BAZR lately. So tell me a little bit about what specifically you've been doing with BAZR.
So BAZR has a lot of different decks that you can play, so I've been slowly working through it and trying to beat the game with all of the decks. I've done most of them at this point. I have a new file here so that we can see some of the early ones and learn a bit about how the game works.
Yes, and Auth was telling me to do a certain something with BAZR. So as you all know, Author Blues and myself are involved with the Retro Achievements community. So Auth, what'd you do with BAZR in that?
I made the set for BAZR. Me and a friend of mine, Leighton, we made the set for this game. So if you want to go on there and earn retro achievements as well, you can do so.
That is great. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, Auth. If you notice you may do something that might be within the scope of the Retro Achievement set, please feel free to point that out, because I want to see, and I want folks who may not be familiar with Retro Achievements to see what an achievement within the scope of the BAZR set might look like. So if something happens and you're like, oh, hey, that's an achievement, let us know, because I would love to know more about that set as well. That being said, I'm really excited to get started with this again. This is going to be a mod showcase of BAZR. So Auth, on your count, please let's get ready to go here.
All right, I'm in.
Wow, that is not a countdown for Richard, Auth.
Okay, Richard, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know what I'm counting into. I already started.
Wow, Richard, I am so sorry.
Okay, so I started a new run. We're starting with Bob on Battlefield. So a little bit about what this mod is. Your controls have all been replaced with 4 buttons, B, A, Z, and R. You can see up in the top right. And each one of those buttons now corresponds to a card that has been drawn. And those cards represent the only actions you can actually perform. So right now, if I want to jump, that's on my Z button. If I want to long jump, that's on R. I can dive or kick with A, and I can punch with B. Not too worried about the Koopa race, by the way. I have a tendency to just always start it whenever I enter this stage. I'm more going to farm some coins. You have to buy more cards if you want to expand your deck, and so I need coins to make that happen. And so I'm going to do that right now.
How do you feel about this start right now? Like, is this an average start? Is this something you want to see, something you don't want to see? Like, I want your insight here.
I mean, this is fine. Bob on Battlefield is a pretty easy stage to get all but maybe 1 or 2 stars, so I'm not unhappy to see this at the start. There's a few stages that if I had gotten them, I probably would have just started a brand new run right away. I would have skipped the run, so this is perfectly fine.
Now, what fun would that be, Auth?
If you want, I can try, but some decks start out pretty lean, and so if you get a stage like Rainbow Ride or TikTok Clock, it can sometimes be a little bit difficult to get it off the ground.
Someone in chat said, I'm going to pretend this is Balatro. I mean, I'm wondering if there is a connection between Balatro and this, at least in terms of like, again, this is kind of like in that random scope. This is around the time in which Balatro kind of became popular. So I wonder if there was a little bit of inspiration drawn from Balatro.
So, first off, it's helpful to know where this hack came from. This hack was created for Simple Flips's Chaos Edition competition. He basically paid a bunch of ROM hackers to make new mods, and then he judged them to offer extra prizes. This is one of the ones that was submitted, so it's got that random chaos element to it by virtue of the cards. And so a lot of this is sort of inspired by that, the idea of runs having some variance and variety in them. The other thing is that while obviously BAZR is a pretty good touchstone for a lot of people right now, that's a game everyone's pretty familiar with. The closest relative I'd say to this game is probably Neon White, if you've ever seen that game. That's an indie game in which basically you collect cards in the stages to represent your actions you can perform. So, so every time you collect a star, you get to keep the coins that you got. You get a bonus for collecting the star, and you get a time bonus. Here, I collected enough coins that my time bonus actually went negative, which is not uncommon, but collecting the coins is more useful to me. So we're gonna see what we can buy from the shop. Not a lot of this interests me. You like that?
Simple flips and an Exodia. Oh my goodness, look at this
so I'll probably
artwork.
take the side flip here. Nothing really exciting in the shop at the moment, but...
What is that artwork I'm looking at? Oh my goodness.
All of the card art in this game is so good. There's basically no bad cards.
So, in your deck, do you start out with the same basic cards every time, or do you start out with a random deck as well, Off?
So what cards you start with is based on what deck you're playing. So Mario's deck is made up of primarily cards that are simple movement options that you would expect from any platformer. And as you play more, you unlock more decks, and those decks have a little bit more variety to them.
Oh, someone said no family discounts with Luigi. You know, that is surprising. I have, you know, I'm surprised Luigi doesn't give a discount. It's true. Makes you wonder. So now, Oth, I noticed again you're on the race with Koopa the Quick again. It looks like a lot of the Bomb Battlefield stars are available here. Is every single star available every single time you go into the painting? Like, what does that look like?
So the stars, one by one, will stop being available over time. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So every time I collect a star, I can't collect it again, is the short answer here. Let me see if I can win the Koopa race. I'm kind of not happy with how that went. I might still have time to get up there before him. He's not particularly fast.
I was sure those prices weren't with a couldn't be with a discount. That's true. I mean, how do we know what the original prices are? That's true.
That's fair. So yeah, I'm gonna cut my losses on this one. I wasn't really happy with how getting the Chain Chomp star went, so I'm just gonna grab the Koopa Quick star this time.
Sure. Are you granted a reward if you get a star faster? Like, essentially, is speedrunning a star grant you any kind of reward here?
Yes, so there's a time bonus associated with how long it takes you to complete the star. There are par times you can see listed on the left over there for each star. If you come in under that time, you get a time bonus. If you come in slower than that time, you lose coins. So these are the times they're expecting you to take for each of these. I'm probably not going to be able to do 8 Red and Mario Winks the Sky I'm probably not going to be able to do anything that requires me getting to the island without maybe one additional card. Let me see if I can use Updraft. Updraft will work.
Now, why would you want to buy a card that gives you like a weak jump, for example, off?
So weak jump is really cheap, and in a lot of cases, really all you need is just to get off the ground. And so you may want weak jump, but it's just a card in the rotation. It's not really that big of a deal. The weak jump is actually a major element of the Fallout deck. All of the jump cards are very, very small, so you have to figure out how to work around that.
Sure. Someone says, what happens if you run out of cards? Somebody answered, you lose 1 life. Wow, that is a steep penalty for that, but that makes sense.
The moment you have no cards remaining, you immediately die.
In any card game, yeah, if you run out of cards, you do lose the game, so that makes sense. And how many cards do you start with, Oth? I think it was like 5 or 6, I think I saw.
So you get your hand of 4.
Okay.
There's one passive slot, and then the rest of your deck is relatively lean. I think the game starts with like 12 cards in your deck, and you can buy more. Up to 50 cards is the maximum size of the deck. You'll never get to 50. That's just a really gracious.
Is there any advantage to only having like the best cards in your deck? You know, you have like a card game. And I know because we've played card games together like Dominion, you don't want to have a ton of weak cards in your deck, right? You want to cull to the best of the cards in your deck. Is there an advantage to doing that? Or is this more like the more cards you have, the better because you don't want to lose a life?
So it kind of cuts both ways. Obviously, you don't want a bunch of cards in your deck that you're going to be forced to mill out if you want to actually do anything. But every run will terminate with a gauntlet stage where you have to complete all 3 BAZR stages back to back. Ooh. And so having a particularly lean deck can be very challenging. Beating 3 stages in a row without ever getting to refresh your deck is pretty challenging.
I can only assume there are some achievements that would probably go with some of those pretty big challenges, you know, with maybe only having a certain amount of cards in your deck or using a minimal amount of cards, using a bigger deck. I mean, dang.
There is an achievement for, in our achievement set, there is an achievement for completing a run with a lean deck, yes. Let me see if I can get over here. I'm not quite sure. Updraft acts a little weird when you don't have ground below you, so I might really get punished hard for this, but we'll see. Okay, we made it.
Very nice. Now I'm thinking about your par times, right? Because that's not something I know of yet. Like, I don't know what was fast exactly, right?
Yeah, generally speaking, farming coins is always going to earn you more than worrying about the time bonus. The time bonus can be quite nice, but here I lost 10 coins because I was a little slow, but I got 70 coins in the stage, so who cares?
By the way, if you all do want to follow Author Blues, and I'm going to be talking about this throughout, please follow him at twitch.tv/Author Blues.
Ooh, this is a comedy card. We could take the random teleport card. That's comedy.
Now, why is that comedy off?
Because it's a random teleport. It'll take you to anywhere in the stage. Sometimes not good, not helpful.
Oh, so wait, you said a random teleport? It kind of reminds me of in Mario Party Jamboree, you know, the random teleport where you can go anywhere on the map. You know, it could be somewhere really good, it could be somewhere really bad. So I'm kind of seeing some inspiration taking from that. It's really sweet.
So I think someone asked, try 8 reds here.
Someone asked, what's BAZR? It's look at your N64 controller, your traditional N64 controller. It's the face buttons.
Here comes BAZR.
Here comes BAZR. So, yes, for folks interested, by the way, if you are enjoying random number generation here, and we do a whole bunch of randomized content here every other Tuesday here on GDQ Hotfix. Remember that we do have a Discord here if you want to find out more about us. If you're looking to get more involved with our GDQ community, join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role to stay in the loop on upcoming events, chat with staff, and more. Use !Discord in Twitch chat for an invite and more info, such as wonderful shows like this, so you know when they're coming up. So Oth is going for the 8 red coins here, which Oth, I do feel like that would, again, it is a big advantage because here you can have more coins for spending. Now, I had meant to ask this earlier. Do you get anything for 100 coins like you would in SM64?
Nope. 100 coins just nets you 100 coins. There is no 100 coin star in any of the stages.
That's such a shame because I feel like that would be a challenge, but it's understandable.
The real trick to learning to get good at BAZR, if you're like, you know, hey, I'd like to play this, really the name of the game when it comes to this is learning about action economy, right? Like learning how to navigate a stage without having to spend any cards means that you can do it no matter what your deck looks like. And that's the real secret to getting good at this, is learning how to perform all the operations that you might want to perform, but without having to spend any cards to do so.
Yeah, I suppose someone in chat was talking. This is a funny discussion. Yes, the Z is not on the face of the controller per se, but it is on a surface of the controller still. And then someone was talking about a Mad Catz controller. I don't know if the Z button was ever on like the proper surface of a Mad Catz controller. Now you have me thinking about that. So off here, not needing to go for 100 coins is actually in reality going for 100 coins here.
Well, it's really helpful for me to be able to buy from the shop. And I'm going to show off after this star right here some of the other things you can actually spend your coins on.
Sure.
This game gives you a lot of things that you can do to bolster your deck and make your survivability better. And things that you can spend your coins on. So I'm going to show off a few of those now that I've got some money. So we got decent cash here. Let me check to see if the shop has anything I'm interested in. Probably not too concerned about it, but I do have some other things I'd like to spend my coins on before I dive back in for the last star.
200 coins. Mario is rich right now. Now, is 200 coins a lot, or is that going to get spent really quickly off?
You can go through 200 coins really easily. One of the decks gets unlocked by just having 500 coins at once, and I will say in a lot of runs, I can get to 500 coins at one time without too much trouble.
Hey, it's Vivian. I love
So Vivian here helps you bolster your deck by doing a few things. You can either exile, burn a card. You can laminate a passive card. There are some cards that are passive effects, but they only last until the next passive card comes up. You can make them permanent. I'm not going to, well, no, I'm not going to right now. But the thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my card uses. So you can spend some money to give some extra uses to cards that you want to be able to take better advantage of. There's one more thing you can spend money on. I don't think I'm going to unless he happens to have something I really care about. And Monty Mole's up here. For 15 coins, you can play 5-card Monty. I don't care about any of this now. The problem is there's no way to like control it. It truly is just a random draw from 5 cards. And very often in those 5 cards are some cards you don't really want. So in my personal opinion, it's rarely actually worth it. So, all right, comedy card. Let's see. Yeah. Sometimes it does something funny. This is not one of those times.
I love Monty Mole's outfit there, by the way. Just so adorable.
All right, let's see if I can get this.
Oh, this doesn't look like fun. Oh. There you go.
Unfortunately, the only way to ground pound is with the crouch card, and I really wanted to be careful not to misuse it.
Yeah, I'm noticing, what did you have? 1 use left of the crouch card, if I'm reading that right? Okay.
All right. Because I don't have a wing cap card, I mean, if I pull a wing cap card, maybe I'll hop back in there, but I'll check to see if there's a wing cap card, and if there's not, then we're out of here because I can't do the last one.
You pretty happy with the way that all went off?
Yeah, that's pretty textbook for me. Balloon's nice, but that doesn't help me with my problem. Mystery card is a funny card. It just does one random effect from some other card, and that is dangerous in this game. I'll take Balloon. Balloon's not the greatest card. It has some faults, but overall it's good enough. I got 8 coins left. Let's roll the dice. All right. I can get at least 2 stars here without too much trouble, and we'll decide whether or not we want more than that.
Now, can you game over in BAZR, and what happens if that happens?
So you'll see at the top I've got a life counter. If I run out of lives, then I start the run over. So it's a roguelite in that sense.
Gotcha. Okay. You know, going from the bomb battlefield to shifting Sandland, that seems like a rather harsh jump.
Yeah, that's quite a lot to deal with. All right, let's I have a long jump card I can make use of. That's not great. Let's see if I can just twister my way over. That'll do.
How could you say Simple Flips' face is not that great? That's not very nice.
It's got a strong face, but not a great card right now. Let's see, can I just triple jump up here? Yes, I don't want to be here though. Oh, I had Glue Man on. I was very confused why I was just walking on the side of the pyramid. Glue Man is a card that's on my must-buy list. If I ever see it in the shop, I buy it. And that's because it allows you to just walk up any slope, which is really powerful in this game.
We take those, though. We take those. That was one of the things I've liked so far. And again, this is the first time I've really watched this in detail. I want to wait for this episode off, and I also do want to play this at some point. Is off your improv skills are very good here. How many hours of BAZR would you say you've played up to this point?
I've completed on my other file quite a lot of decks. I've probably played 20 hours of this.
Okay. And how familiar does someone need to be with Super Mario 64 to kind of get a good footing on this game, so to speak?
I will say that's one of the issues with this is that if you want to succeed, game knowledge is pretty important. Being pretty familiar with how to move Mario, how to use his toolkit, because like it requires a lot of improv, and it's hard to improv in a game that you're not really familiar with. Let's do talons and then reroll, I think. Punch? Punch? Anyone? A punch? Okay, that's fine.
How about a butt scoop? Does that work?
Yeah, that's the breakdance card, which is ultimately a rather useless card, except for it makes for a passable slide kick if you really need it. I'll twister. Again, this is an example of I certainly could use a card to do this, but maximizing your card economy and knowing how to maneuver around a stage without using any cards is invaluable.
And correct me if I'm wrong, so I'm seeing 2 jump cards here, right? This is the kind of card game where you do not want to get 4 of a kind. Like, this seems like the kind of card game where it would be horrendously bad luck to get something like 4 of a kind.
I mean, having a lot of the same card means that you don't have a lot of versatility in what actions you can perform. Let's see what he has on offer here.
Oh, secret card vault. Okay.
I'll take the special triple jump.
Okay, that's cute. So the pink bombs here give you a shot at a new card. I really like that.
Every stage has a card vault or hidden card that you can find.
So, would you say if you've defeated SM, let's say, at least get 70 stars, beat the game, Super Mario 64, is that enough for someone to at least, be able to get their foot in the door with this game?
Yeah, I think anyone's capable of playing this. I think it's just going to be frustrating for you if you don't feel confident in your Mario skills. It requires a lot of improv, so.
Sure. Question from the chat. If I understand correctly, you can only jump by using a jump card?
Mm-hmm. If you don't have a jump card, you're not jumping. Plenty of people have lost runs because they spawn the star and cannot jump in the air to grab it.
Someone said, okay, but consider, what if the 4 of a kind is 4 parts of Exodia?
That's not bad. You need 4 different parts. I'm going to reroll here. I have no interest in going into the pyramid. Buddy, that's not
no.
No. I got to spend 25 points to reroll, so I don't love that stage either. Well, I can't afford anything, so it doesn't matter. Yeah,
that is cursed. Oh my goodness gracious!
I can make this work, but this is kind of a nasty situation to be in.
I like how Toad just walked by, just so nonchalantly with the drinks. There's nothing going on here. So Rainbow Ride, another jump in difficulty.
Might be able to make this work.
Oh.
So falling out of the stage actually isn't too bad. You just respawn, but you lose a card. That's your punishment. How do I want to handle this? I really don't have the card economy to be able to... Okay, that'll work. I can make that work. That might be enough to make it straight to the star, but I'm not going to gamble on that. Let's go here and then balloon.
All right, I like the balloon. That's cute.
And then here. Where's the platform? Is it directly above my head? Yes.
Okay. Okay, gaming. All right. Great job, all.
So we made it work.
That was really good, actually. Better than anything I could with the tools right now that you have make work. So well done there, Off. Are you going to get out of Rainbow Ride as soon as you can? Because I certainly would here.
I'm gonna look and see what I think I can do. Swinging in the breeze is definitely doable. I really don't want to. Okay, it actually depends on if I can buy something. I know a card that if I can buy it, I'm gonna see what I can do here.
Luigi, help us, please. Oh, Pitfall? Oh, that reminds me of the Smash item.
Yeah,
Minus
which comes from the Animal Crossing item.
Okay.
I'm gonna try swinging in the breeze. I think we can do that.
Okay.
I may have to mill down to just the cards I need, but I think I can do it. Actually, funny button first. Okay, nothing.
There's a funny button in this game too? All right, cool.
We'll go here.
Oh, that's really nice. I like the updraft button. Has that ever worked against you? I assume yes, but
yes,
I like stories.
That was a mistake there. Yeah, the updraft is a little temperamental. There's other cards that give you really good height that are a little more consistent. But, you know, when you're in need, you take what you can get. I need a better card than this. Give me something. Yeah, sure. Whatever.
A loon jump. I can't get over how cute all the art is on these cards.
Yeah, there's really great card art here. Okay, I'm gonna try this a slightly different way. I'm gonna go with a fresh updraft in this direction.
All right.
That was not the button I meant to hit. As long as it lets me keep my updraft card, I'll be fine.
All right, looks like you got it. All right. Not a bad penalty, honestly, to lose a card. I find that very forgiving here. Special.
Okay. So
what does it do?
Which one?
The special card.
It's the special triple jump you get at the end of the game.
Oh.
This one.
Okay.
After you talk to Yoshi and your triple jump changes into a flip, so.
All right, swinging in the breeze, complete though. Well done, Oth.
I'm gonna check the shop one more time. If I don't see the card I want, we may need to do a tactical reroll. I kinda don't want to. There are viable things here, but.
Exodia's head! Oh gosh, that mad piano's terrifying. What does the mad piano do?
Spawns a mad piano on you.
Oh, why? Why would Luigi sell you a card that would spawn a mad piano on you?
So the thing you may not have noticed is that in the shop, there's always a negative card at the end of some variety, and he gives you money for it. So.
Oh.
So if you're desperate for a card that's in the shop and you're willing to take a penalty for it, you may want to go that way. Or for instance, if you're here and you're locked into a stage you can't complete, you may want to buy the penalty card in order to have the money to reroll. I think I may, this may be a huge misplay, but I think I'm gonna take a shot. I've got a few things I think I can do.
So why do you say it's a huge misplay? If you don't get a star, you could game over yourself eventually?
Sure, you only have 3 lives.
Sure. And you're forced to get a star at this point, right? There's no going back to the lobby.
That's not necessarily true. If you have the money for it, there is an option in the pause menu to forfeit for a 20-coin penalty.
Okay.
But that is not on my list of things to do right. Okay, funny button? Not funny.
Not funny? Okay. You hear that, y'all? Oth is not a quitter. I'm rooting for y'all. So what's the plan here? What are you planning on doing with the rest of Rainbow Ride here? Is this your last star here for now? Like, talk me through your current strategy.
So my thought process originally was that if I could get something that gave me a little bit of height, I may actually be able to make it to the top of the roof of the house, since there is a pretty easy warp to the bottom of the house. But I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily feeling the most confident right this second.
Sure.
We're gonna see where I can go here. I think right now my strategy is going to be to go to the boat and see what I can do there.
All right, so Oth wanting the card from the cruiser.
That's the card I've been wanting.
Wait, that's the Mario 2 rocket?
Well, it's a rocket launch card that's very useful.
Okay.
This actually is a mistake. I should not be here right now. We're gonna roll with it though. I think I may be able to make moves. We'll see.
Okay. Also make me a little nervous here, y'all. Yeah.
That was
Ty
not
in chat.
what I was planning, but.
Ty in chat is talking about how BAZR here forces you to think about your movement in Mario 64 in a rather unique way. And I hadn't thought about that before, but yeah, you really do have to micromanage your movement in this.
I really, really wanted that card. I was trying to buy it in the shop. That is 100% the card that I kept going to the shop looking for, so.
All right. I'm really impressed. This is a very difficult level very early on, and you are just making quick work of this. Well done.
Thank you. Let's see how many uses this rocket launch has, because I'm going to buff it if I can afford to. And I think this will get us to the top of the house. No problemo. That was a maxed out rocket blast. That's funny.
Wow.
I could not put more uses on it because it was already maxed out. Okay, I think I can make this work.
Oth is taking some chances where I don't know if I would feel comfortable taking these chances, but you know what? Oth's got a plan, and I trust it.
Not a funny button.
That was not. What was that? Two feet? What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's being so fickle with the. Okay, that'll work. I'm trying to really think about my economy here. I don't have. I'm kind of thinking that I need to mill for either wall kick. I don't love where I'm at right now. Let's just mill some cards. We'll see what we get. What's the worst that could happen? Don't answer that.
I was gonna say you're on my show. I would not ask that question off.
Wall kick.
I heard they were.
Leave me alone. Okay, you know what? I deserve that.
That wall kick, in fact, did not work.
Okay, I'm gonna have to be really careful here. No, let me live.
Oh,
I wish to live.
Oh, that tingle's so adorable. All right, so Atha teleported up to the big house, but there's no carpet right now. Are you going to look for maybe your updraft card? What do you think?
I'm looking for rocket launch at the moment.
Okay. Wait, someone had just brought it to my attention that is the rocket launch from Sunshine? There it is.
Let me make sure I remember the geometry of the top of this house. I do. So.
Oh.
Okay, well, let me keep my rocket, please. I would like to keep the rocket.
I mean, you did say please. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Okay. All right. You did say please. Oh, nothing on the Z button.
Cards.
Oh, no. Oth's got enough, but he's got to make it this time. Come on, Oth.
I'm really trying to set myself up with some space. That was not quite enough. That's maybe going to be a problem for me. All right, we're going to cut our losses.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I didn't like where that was going.
So why take the forfeit there over the loss of life? Like, what's the strategy behind that?
Just coins are a cheap expense. If I can use those instead of losing a life, I prefer that.
Okay. And you can't replenish your lives as easily?
I cannot replenish my lives at all.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense to me now.
You might be thinking to yourself, why would he go into the volcano? And I think that's a really great question. And so I'm going to answer it. I do not know. The random warp took me to the volcano, and I said, well, guess I'm going to walk in. And then I immediately said, I do not have a plan for this.
That's the funny button for you.
That's the funny button for you.
Are you laughing yet?
I'm not finding it as funny in this moment. I'm sure I'll see the humor in it later.
A couple people in the chat amused by that. Oh.
Okay. I should have paid better attention to my card switching over, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to change strategies a little bit here.
Okay. So, opting to go for the second star within the volcano. But it does still come with its danger. But it's right here. Can he get it? There it is.
If there was any doubt.
Nah, never
I had
you
some
for a
doubts.
second.
I did have some doubts, yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Did you lose time on the elevator tour in the volcano? No? Nice. Okay.
All right, let's look at what we got in the shop before we run off to the next thing. I think I can get most of the things in Fire Sea. Fire Sea is, my beloved card. I'm taking Low Grav.
Okay.
Low Grav is one of my favorite cards. It is not necessarily a purely good card. It is sometimes dangerous, but boy, do I love Low Grav.
Is it stream value off?
It is stream value. That's a nice way to put it. I actually might laminate either Glue Man or Low Grav. I think I'll laminate Glue Man. So lamination is making a passive permanent. I no longer have to draw the card in order for its effect to take place. It is just always active. And Glue Man, I think, is the more useful one overall.
Yeah, Ty really seems to like the Glue Man card.
Well, we are the Glue Man group.
Oh my gosh, I knew you were going to make that joke.
You couldn't know I was going to make that joke. I didn't know I was going to make that joke.
No, I totally knew you were going to make that joke. No more coins for Oth on this one.
A fast star is still worth a decent time bonus, though.
I mean, was it fast? It said 7 coins. Then again, though, that was a...
Look at the par time for 8-coin puzzle, 45 seconds.
Oh, yeah. That's very fast star.
I think I might be able to get the rest of my stars here, if I'm being honest.
A question from the chat, can you laminate multiple?
You can laminate up to 3 cards.
Okay. These are good questions, though. And again, feel free to ask. I may not ask if Oth is, like, between a rock and a hard place, so to speak, but if Oth is between stages or he is not in distress, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions here. If we are live, but if you are watching on YouTube, first of all, I still want to say that I appreciate you if you are watching this on YouTube later on. And remember, catch up on the past Hotfix shows, special events, and GDQ marathons over on youtube.com/gamesdonequick. If you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with GDQ. And again, thanks for watching. We appreciate y'all too.
Ooh, Beta Jump is a really nice card. I might take damage for it.
Have you ever lost a life over a card being that good? Like, are you willing to risk one of your 3 lives over something being that good?
I can't think of a lot of cards I'd be willing to take a death for, but I mean, that was just a good card that I was pretty confident I could get to without dying, so.
Oth playing with the bully. So does your first run typically take this long off compared to the runs that proceed after this? Again, this is a roguelike after all.
I would say I am not the fastest player because I have a tendency to over-collect coins. But I would say that people's runs probably, especially their first ones, would take about this long. I usually finish a deck in about 45 minutes, 40 minutes. You can certainly go way faster than that. That's not a particularly impressive amount of time or anything, but
look at that. Wow. Off using the updraft here instead of the log, which, again, probably much more stable. And that's it. That's probably going to be a pretty good time bonus there, if I were to guess, in theory.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, 36 coins. That's very good.
I think I can get these last two. I'm pretty confident in it.
You feel good about the hot-footed into the volcano after the first time?
Yeah. Last time went so well, I think I could do it a second time.
That is a one-way street there, Oth, unless you're willing to forfeit coins to get out of there. What is the win condition for this mod?
That's a great question. So once you get 16 stars, you are immediately whisked away to the BAZR Gauntlet. And there you have a chance to win the run.
Seems like Lethal Lava Land is a good one to do compared to some of the ones we saw earlier in the run, like Shifting Sandland, Rainbow Ride, etc.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel confident moving around Lethal Lava Land, this is not a terribly, I don't want to say not difficult stage. It's not a problematic stage, being able to put it together. I'm choosing coin economy over health, just because, coin economy, card economy over health, because the real limiting factor for stars like this, where you have to like kill all the bullies, is really just having the cards to do what you're supposed to do. So I'm choosing to use my health as a resource here. I learned that from someone who's really good at Magic the Gathering. You wouldn't know them. They go to a different school.
I see. You're talking about Ty, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry, it changed my card. Okay, finally the funny button. Finally the funny button.
Sorry,
No, that was good.
That's too good. That's too good. I don't think you're getting a time bonus for this one.
Yeah, maybe not. All right.
Oh,
Beta jump coming in, though.
Yep. Hey, you only need to win with 1 health, though. Back to that Magic the Gathering reference, for sure. Rocket jumping, which I don't know if that takes away from your time. I don't think it does.
Nah.
That was great. Thank you.
I never doubted for a moment.
Why did you push the funny button there? Were you just...
No, I didn't realize the card had swapped. I wasn't paying enough attention.
Okay. I thought you were just doing it because I know you and sometimes
it was a very funny button, though.
I mean, now you can laugh at it in retrospect, but dang, that didn't seem like a good idea at the time.
It wasn't a good idea at the time. Okay, I have a plan.
Oth, you did this one already.
I know.
Okay.
Ooh,
what's your plan?
Even better.
Okay, all right, I see a tingle. All right, Oth's cooking. I'll let the man cook.
Don't want to. Okay. So the star's right there.
Notice that there's no even blue star here. We were talking about this before.
That's not what I'm looking for. Let's mill a bit and just see what we got. This deck is... Okay, I think I can make this work. Just barely.
There you go. Well done, Oth. And that is 16 stars, so it's time for the gauntlet now, right?
It is time for the Bowser Gauntlet.
Here comes Bowser.
Here comes Bowser. All right. So, Bowser's Gauntlet is the stage we're on now. Let's see if the shop has anything we care about, and then we will head in. Okay, that's just a funny card. I kind of want to take it. All right, let me laminate some useful cards, and then we'll head in. I think that'll do. We're at the point now where, like, holding on to money doesn't really do us a lot of favors unless we expect to die and come back here and get another shot at the shop. So I'm just going to spend the coins I got.
I'll take this time to remind you all again, if you are curious about what's happening on Hotfix, because a lot of people are like, Sky, I didn't know this was going on today. Remember that we do have a Hotfix schedule available online. If you're curious about what's coming up on Hotfix, check out this week's schedule and explore our full season lineup at gdq.gg/Hotfix. And Oth, so you have to go through all 3 Bowser stages now. Do I understand that properly?
All 3 on one deck. I don't get to shuffle my deck and start it over when I change stages. It's these 4 cards at the top and the 15 cards in my draw pile for 3 stages.
So I thought you were going to say on 1 life, and I was going to be like, wait, they take away the other 2? No. So you still get all 3 lives to do this if you get here with all 3 lives. That's good.
Yep.
So, Oth, when you played BAZR for the first time, did you get up to the gauntlet?
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like I did pretty well on my first few runs, so.
Oh my goodness, Oth, you make me nervous every time you hit that rocket button. You like that button? That button makes me nervous.
If you know where you're using it and how to use it, it's not too bad. So there is an achievement in the achievement set for this game that asks you to beat this stage without using any cards. And the reason why that achievement exists is because in playing this a bunch of times, I realized, with the importance of card economy. Oh no, oh my God, I definitely thought I was dead there. With the importance of card economy, I realized you actually don't have to spend any cards to beat this stage. And it's kind of good to know that because it's very hard to beat this stage on a particularly lean deck otherwise.
So the lava just kind of does the work for you here in terms of movement.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Basically, I'm using my health as a resource, and rather than playing cards to jump, I use the lava to jump. If I need to jump, then I touch the lava.
Yeah, and again, since YouTube can't see the chat, it is worth bringing this up. Someone says, though, if you lose a life, it's back to the very start of the gauntlet.
It is a gauntlet, after all. There's no checkpoints, so yeah, if you die on any of these stages, you're starting the whole gauntlet again next time.
All right, Oth here, again, strategically using life here, but again, using the hearts to replenish. This is a really great strategy, Oth. And again, at the end of this gauntlet, this is not the end of our run or showcase. There's much more after this with BAZR. This is only the beginning. This is a roguelike, so there's much more to it than just beating it once. Also, I noticed you only faced Bowser once. Oth, is there any reason why the devs of this mod didn't make you face Bowser 3 times? Is it because it would have taken too much of the deck up to do so?
So first off, you actually don't fight Bowser at all. At the very end of this stage, it's just a key you collect. Ooh, that's unusual. If it takes away my rocket, I'm really sad now. Anyway, funny button. Not so funny. That's a bummer because I really get a lot of value out of the rocket card here, but I can make it work. It's not that big of a deal. my deck has more than enough cards left over. I'm still at 12.
Your BAZR deck has no pathetic cards.
Let's see. Well, I've got Glue Man, so I don't really need to make the stairs.
Nice.
Now, so I've got low gravity. I may take a gamble on something. How high up am I? I'm high enough. I might be able to make this work. Yeah,
that noise was...
You like that noise?
No, that was cursed. That was not a noise I thought Mario was capable of making. I don't know if Charles Martinet would like that. Oh, we got a lot of pit crew representation in chat here cheering on. You love to see it.
I'll do this. I guess I'll just do this. This will work. Yeah, so usually I would use the Rocket Blast to jump basically from down there straight up here, and that would save me a lot of cards, but we're making it work.
Some people in chat had said earlier they really like the crouch art.
It is very powerful. Caked Up Mario is, it's strong.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that's it. You said there's no Bowser fight.
Yep, it's right there. And there we go. Okay. That is the Mario deck complete. So we didn't unlock any new decks because on this file I had beaten the Mario deck once before. So let's try a new one. We've got a few options here. I've played the Luigi, Toad, and Peach deck, the Luigi and Toad deck as well, though we could do those again. I've got the Peach deck we could play. I've got the Fallout deck, the Pizza Time deck. Maybe let's save that one for later.
Yeah. Why don't we take a wellness break and then we can run a poll during the break and let the chat decide if we can do that. Does that sound good?
Let's do it.
All right, so really quick here, while we are making up the poll and we are getting ready for the wellness break, I do want to remind you all to thank you to everyone supporting GDQ Hotfix with your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits. Your contributions help keep our shows running. If you're enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and access to chat during replays. You can always support the stream by sharing the Games Done Quick channel with your friends. Welcome back to Random Number Generation. I'm joined here by Author Blues, and this is Super Mario 64 BAZR mod. So, how'd you feel about that first run?
That was pretty good. I mean, I had a few mistakes, but what roguelite run doesn't?
So I want to ask you, as again, everyone be sure to vote in the poll, by the way. You have a little... Oh, wait.
No, I think it just wrapped up.
It just wrapped up. Yeah, it looks like you'll be playing the May deck. So, how do you feel about that? What do you know about the May deck?
I get to play as May Guilty Gear, and I have a very cute dolphin as my best friend.
Wait, is that the Totsugeki everyone was talking about?
Yep, it's Totsugeki.
Oh, that's so adorable.
Hold on, I gotta get this little guy back home.
Wait, what does that do?
Nothing.
Why did the penguin go into the painting?
He deserves to go home.
Is that home?
That is his home.
I don't think...
I thought I had stopped the clock, but that's fine.
I don't think that the penguin's home is in the clock.
I don't think that's fair of you to judge.
Okay, May is very cute.
I'm gonna have to work quick here. Hold on.
So it seems like there's a lot of replayability in this off.
Yeah, ton. Yeah, I'll just do this. I'm being impatient. I'm gonna stop being impatient. I'll wait. Ooh, Totsugeki.
Okay, so first of all, love the artwork on that. Absolutely love the artwork.
We'll see Totsugeki again. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree that Tic-Tac Clock is a stressful level. The only good thing about Tic-Tac Clock is there are a lot of freestanding stars in it, which is a good thing as well. So it's definitely...
Yeah, the nice thing about the nice thing about Tic-Tac Clock is that almost all the stars are at the bottom. It does not make them easy, it does not make the level nice, but most of the stars are at the bottom, so what are you gonna do?
BAZR was picked because of the buttons on a Nintendo 64 controller. Your buttons. But I thought of, when I first looked at the acronym BAZR, there you go, there's your stop clock. It looks like Bowser too, so there's that too.
Please stop making me mill my deck.
The fans are liking the Exodia pieces off.
Well, we all like Exodia from a distance.
Wow, from a distance, wow.
Ooh, my deck is kind of lean right now, so I can't do a whole lot, but...
That dolphin was really cute. I saw a dolphin.
Yeah, yeah. I almost killed myself with it, but yeah, very, very cute. Unfortunately, card economy is very difficult right now because I know how lean I am.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a great place to get coins early off.
Nope, coin farming is kind of out of the question here, so I'm going to end up cutting my losses very early. I can definitely get...
Stop time?
I can definitely do red coins, and if I can find something to help me, Pit and the Pendulum should be doable. Time jump on moving bars is a little outside of the scope, and Thwomp is all the way at the top, so I'm sorry, my friend, I'm gonna have to pass on you for right now. Brings me no joy not to buy Glue Man, but I just do not have the economy for it.
Ty is going to be very disappointed in you off.
We'll see what I can do. I'm not loving where I'm at right now, but we do persevere.
You definitely don't want to see the clock first for everyone taking notes.
2 Totsugeki cards right now. That's great. All right, I need to mill one of these air jumps. So the air jump card has the unique property, not that unique, but a property where it can only be used when you're mid-air, which actually makes it very difficult to mill. It means that you have to do something to get yourself airborne in order to be able to use it. Whether that's walk off of a platform or spend another card to jump. So that's one of the problems. I feel like when players first start playing this mod, one of the first things they're like, oh, the air jump card is really powerful. And it is. But you do have to be mindful of the fact that it is not always the right tool for the job.
All right, looking good. Oh, no.
Yeah, I definitely remember Totsugeki having a little more height on it. Let me think for a moment about what my easiest path up is. I might be able to just Totsugeki up the stairs, but that's going to be tough. Yeah, that's tough. This might be a cut my losses for coins here.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll take another crack at the same star and then come out and probably re-roll next when it's a little cheaper.
Yeah. Dang, this is a tough start off, but I have faith in you.
Okay, well, it's good that one of us has faith in me. I think that's important. I'm gonna do this and here, and I think I'm gonna take a slightly different approach this time. No. Trying to get a little bit of momentum off of here, but not too much. There we go. Fool me once. Being a little bit precious about my actions right now because I really want to not press the wrong button and Totsugeki out into space.
No, that makes sense considering what we saw earlier.
Stop giving me Totsugeki.
Totsugeki! All right.
Good enough.
Well done.
Good enough. Yeah, I'm gonna cut my losses on this stage. If I could get like a rocket blast card that would allow me to climb the stage more efficiently, then we might stick it out here, but Wet Dry World is not a great pick. So 2 of the stages in this game, because they are so dependent on water, have been entirely redesigned. And this is one of them, and the redesign is not super friendly to me here, so. So this is a level inspired by Wet Dry World, but is not itself Wet Dry World.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because this kind of looks like the downtown area. Yeah, I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid of both town and some parts of the main stage. So one of the things about this hack, if you're unfamiliar, is that there are no water cards. You cannot swim. Water is entirely a hazard. So 2 of the water stages got redesigned so that it could still, be featured in this hack. And Dire Docks just doesn't appear.
So there's only 14 stages then?
There are 14 different stages. Yep, exactly right.
Okay.
Some of the stars in this stage are a little annoying to get, and some of them require very specific cards that you must have. So if I can't find those, then they'll be out, obviously.
Ooh, Luigi time.
Yeah, Luigi physics give you slightly lower gravity, but at the cost of you're a little bit slippery.
Sure. I mean, it's like playing every other game as Luigi.
I need a Totsugeki right now.
Oh, but now you need one. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But I can be patient for the moment. Totsugeki's just really great at crossing some of these. Okay, well, can't win them all. You can't just camp me. I did it again. Okay.
I mean, it can and did. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. This ends poorly for Author Blues.
I don't like the heave hose in this stage.
Okay. I have some thoughts.
I'm sure you do.
None of them polite.
Yeah. I'm sure they're related to La Mulana right now.
Okay, don't throw me off the... See, this is... That is camping.
Is it intense? You can boo me, chat. It's okay. You are allowed to boo me, chat. I give you permission. I'm a chuckster.
Okay. From here, I'm pretty good to go. You know what? I deserve that.
And speaking of chucksters, that is a chuck-ya, like a cousin of a chuckster. Okay, it looks like this is going to be to the top of the town, or the similar star. All right,
not too bad. That I got a little bit mixed up there. There's some easy strats for climbing that with heave ho, and I was just getting wombo comboed by those idiots.
Only a -5 on the time, though. You know, all things considered, off, that could have been way worse.
Could have been. Wow, 3 pieces of Exodia, the forbidden one.
Are you gonna buy them for the fans?
No, it's so hard. It's.
Let someone
the math behind
fans.
getting all 5 of those pieces is just ridiculous.
Can you believe?
No, not even for the fans.
Author Blues didn't do it for the fans.
Nope.
Ah, what an opportunity off. That's because you didn't take Exodia.
Yeah, that's on me.
All right, so what are you thinking next, off?
So there's another star in basically the same direction I just went, so I'm gonna try to do that, but I need to be a little bit more cautious about this heave ho here, and not just like end up getting hit right next to him where he can combo me. See, yeah. At least he's aiming in the right direction.
Doc just said this guy isn't going for the 13 orphans. Thanks, Doc.
That's exactly where I wanted to get tossed. The heave ho can't get in here.
Are you sure?
Well, he's gonna try, but I don't think he can.
Here's another question from the chat. Can you burn your deck so that you only have 4 cards, all of which are Exodia, and just win?
Yes, you can. It is possible to put your deck in a state where the only cards you have are the ones that would earn you the Exodia reward. Which does require 5 cards. You need the 4 pieces and then the passive. But aside from that little nitpicky detail, yeah. I'm sorry? Please throw him? Hey, strong. Can I just kick in there? I kind of don't want to spin that. There we go. I didn't want to spin my jump. I didn't know what other jumps I had sitting around.
I do see a lot of your fans are here cheering Jan off.
I got a big fan section, you know.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, too, Oth, I have been told that you are going to be at SGDQ attending, yeah?
Yeah, I'll be there to sign autographs.
So, folks, if you are
So don't forget to bring your mouse pads if you need me to sign them.
There you go. Summer Games Strike Week 2025 will be live from Minneapolis, Minnesota, July 6th through the 13th. If you are interested in attending, make sure to register for the event by May 26th. Use !SGDQ in Twitch chat or visit GamesDoneQuick.com for more information. And prize submissions are open for SGDQ 2025. Visit GamesDoneQuick.com for more information. So yeah, if you're going to SGDQ, Oth's going to be there too. Someone said, oh, we're supposed to be here cheering? I thought we were just here to make puns. I heard Oth doesn't like puns. He has the no puns emote.
I have no formal opinions about puns.
Someone said, will you sign my theoretical copy of Bubsy 3D?
Absolutely. I'll even sign your real copy of Bubsy 3D if you want.
T-Tree says, can I bring my life-size Bubsy plush with 15 amazing action phrases?
Oh, does that Kung Fu grip?
Someone said, is that a wing cap card?
Leave me alone. Okay. Yeah, I did get a wing cap card that I'm going to try to use. This guy's out here bullying.
Oth only signs a specific type of mouse pad. We can't show that mouse pad on GDQ. Oth will not only sign Bubsy 3D, he will add it to his collection. Yeah, Oth has like, what do you want? Copy number 8? I can't keep track. They multiply here. You have 8 copies now? It's too many, Oth.
The correct number of copies.
One day we're just going to be swimming in copies of Bubsy 3D here.
You know, I kind of deserve that.
Yeah, somebody did say there's a Bubsy collection coming out later this year. That is a really mean place to put that star. Yeah, there is a one. Oth and I were actually just at PAX, actually, and we saw the newer version of Bubsy, which I never saw a line for that game.
No one was standing for that.
But yes, there is going to be some Bubsy. But yeah, Oth, because when people think of you, they think of Bubsy. I'm not sure how you feel about that, but that is what it is.
I can live with it. All right, I did get a wing cap card, so I can get at least one more star here. I don't know whether or not the red coins are going to be in the cards for me, but I can see what I can do.
So, are there, Chai wants to know, are there some resources on BAZR that one might be able to go to? Maybe like a Discord or something like that?
Not really. There's no guides or anything. Unfortunately, it's really kind of expected that you can translate a lot of basic game knowledge to make this work. So there's not really any resources, but that might be something interesting to put together eventually.
Yeah, because somewhere we were saying, like, how could one play this game? I would say maybe run a search on it. Maybe ask a streamer who's playing it on a channel, might be able to point you in the right direction.
Yeah, you can find it on romhacking.com, but otherwise, just how to get into this. There's a lot to learn, but I think that it's pretty accessible for the most part. It's not easy, but it makes sense once you start playing it, so it's not too bad. I'm really trying to get that wing cap card, but the game is insistent on not giving it to me. There it is.
Yes, and again, if you want to follow Oth specifically, that is twitch.tv/AuthorBlues. Also has a YouTube as well. You won't regret it. Oth has a really great channel. Oth is also streaming most evenings if you want to find him, and some afternoons as well. Really nice star grab there, Oth.
Thank you.
Someone was asking earlier, can Oth put something funny on the green screen? No, I don't think you can here.
Do I want to try to do red coins? I think I don't. I think it's just not worth it to me. I could full clear here. Technically, the red coins are not in a particularly difficult... Okay, actually, I might be changing my mind. Updraft could get me there. You know, I got a lot of coins, so I can afford to forfeit if I need to. I think I might try.
I'm surprised that when you're not playing Mario, that the prices of the cards don't go up. I feel like that should be a feature of this.
Do you think Luigi likes his brother?
Yeah.
I really feel like the read is
He calls him bro. Like, if you pay attention to the text earlier, it's like, oh, hi, how are you doing, bro? Yeah, of course Luigi likes his brother.
Well, you don't have a brother, so you wouldn't understand. Really trying to figure out how I want to do this optimally. Or if I want to do this optimally.
So how how long does the wing cap last off? I was meaning to ask you, is it a traditional wing cap cycle?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a really overpowered card then, because a wing cap cycle...
My camera misbehaving.
Well, that's just the Nintendo 64 experience, Author Blues.
Guess that's fair.
I mean, you played this, you played GAC 64. I mean, that's just the way it be. Oth, you seem like you're cooking right now.
I'm trying to figure out where the red coins I'm missing are.
Oh, have you not done the red coins in this stage too often? Or has it been a little while?
I usually skip this one, but I'm seeing a few of them that I miss. I think they're on the ground. I typically skip the red coin star here, but I thought, hey, you know, why not? I can give it a shot.
Yeah.
I think I see where most of the ones I was missing were, so I'm gonna see if I can swing around and grab them.
They did not make 64 GAX games. That would be a mistake. So, again, one of the many benefits you'll get from following Auth is you will see a myriad of games, some of them Kuso games, for instance, and Auth gives a lot of games a chance.
Okay.
Especially if they have a... Sorry, that was good timing. Especially if they have a retro achievement set. Auth even, again, creates his own retro achievement sets as well, if there's one for a game that he feels there should be one for.
Yeah. I make my own.
You do. You were actually making you made one of a game I haven't seen in a very long time. He was making retro achievements for a DOS game. Yes, DOS. I know that's going to make a lot of us feel ancient. For Mixed Up Mother Goose, for folks who might know what that is. Maybe. There's a very...
Oh, this is a great stage, too. This stage has so many stars and so many coins that are easy to get.
Oh, that's very sarcastic of you.
No. I'm not the world's biggest fan of Tall Tall Mountain, but in this mod, Tall Mountain is pretty good.
I can't tell when you're being sarcastic, and to be fair,
which is why I'm telling you when I'm being
sarcastic.
How do you know my mom?
How do you think, Auth?
I don't know. This episode's starting to feel like nepotism.
Wow. So retro achievements for Oregon Trail 1. Auth has been trying to get me to do retro achievements for Oregon Trail for a while. Tippy. So we do have some people who are not the biggest fans of Tall Tall Mountain. Ty says most of Tall Tall Mountain's just a straight line without too many jumps. Okay. Lots of opinions for TTM here in chat. Okay. I like it. This is good. No, Oth's been trying to get me to do a bunch of DOS retro achievements. He says they're pretty good. Oh! Auth, I would say just stay out of the water in BAZR. That seems like a good, solid plan. Okay, so Auth opting to go out to the Lonely Shroom despite having an updraft. So what are you thinking right now, Auth? What's the plan?
Right now I'm going to go ahead and take the huge coin boon that comes from doing the slide.
Okay.
Of course, I did just get Glue Man, which is pretty bad for the slide, so maybe I'll just grab that while I'm here.
Every time I'm like, I bet Auth's gonna go for this star. Auth does not go for that star. So we definitely do not think the same way here.
Nothing here I care about. We're heading back in. Might go for reds. If I can get reds, then that's gonna put me in a really good position. Because that's the one star that's a little iffy. Actually, I've got updraft right now. I'm just gonna... I started the stage with updraft. Might as well just grab it.
Yeah, nice star bonus there too. That's a good 11 seconds for I actually started the time bonus. The time bonus was really good there. What is that, 54 coins for 11 seconds?
It's huge.
Seems pretty good.
Huge. Cloudflower is usually more trouble than it's worth to me, so I'm gonna pass. Again, I'm usually pretty focused on collecting coins, so these stages could go a lot faster, and I certainly could do them a lot faster, but it gives me more options when it comes to the shops if I farm some coins. So you'll often see me go more or less the same route every time, picking up coins and just trying to put myself in a good position so I can take advantage of the shops.
Have you considered maybe doing like a challenge run where you go as fast as you can, even at the...
So I specifically saved the pizza deck. I'm probably going to do the pizza deck as the next run.
Okay.
Pizza deck, I will not have the choice to linger around too much for reasons that will make sense.
Sounds like fun. Well, for us, I don't know if it's fun for you. Someone in chat said, surprised you're not re-rolling considering you have 3 hundo. Yeah?
Yeah, but what am I going to re-roll for? A better stage? This is actually a really good stage.
I mean, do your coins carry between runs? I assume not.
Oh, I don't think they're asking about carrying, like, re-rolling, but I mean, like, what am I going to spend my coins on? I'd rather spend them on the shop than spend them on, like, re-rolling a perfectly fine stage.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't have my air jump card I'd like to have, but that's fine. Okay, now I get the air jump card, that's fine. Where is the pink bottle? I'm misremembering. Oh, it's in the normal place. I was drawing a blank for a second. Where's that guy who's always in that one spot? He's in that normal spot.
that guy in that spot, you know?
Yeah.
So yesterday, Oth, you were talking about your plans for June. You had just finished up Monkey Island May. That's something Oth enjoys doing every single May. What are your plans for June?
I'm probably going to be going back through some old retro achievement sets and cleaning them up. That was my big plan. That's what I want. Please let me fly. Oh, actually, I may not need to spend a card here.
Nice. Nice shortcut.
Glue Man coming in clutch. Dare I? I dare.
Ooh. Okay, this is making me nervous, Oth.
No. Actually, I'm not brave enough.
I forgot there was a teleport there. Oh. So, what was that again?
That was throw a bomb. Just an extra card for me. You know, I bet I could, but I'm not gonna. Okay, not too bad. That time bonus is not surprising, but... All right, well, let's see if we see anything in the shop that we want. I'll take the Mario Choir. It's not that her footsteps are in water, it's that the glue man makes it sound like your feet are sloshing through glue. So that card that we picked up is this.
Oh! Oh, that's cool. I was going to say, you don't do a lot of combat in this game. Like,
No.
at all. Like, the most we've seen so far is pushing the bullies around in Lethal Lava Land.
Yeah, and the first 3 stages have something like bosses. Yeah, you don't do a lot of combat in this game, but I will say one cool thing about this mod is that it does kind of make those a little more versatile. Take for instance King Bob-omb. You might think to yourself, well, great, if I run into King Bob-omb, I have to have a punch card. It's my only choice if I want to kill King Bob-omb. But they actually modified King Bob-omb that most attacks can deal damage to him. So custom attacks or even the base game's attacks, like a slide kick, can damage King Bob-omb, which is really nice. That is not what I wanted. It's not the end of the world, but I definitely thought I was going to cross that gap better, and I did not cross that gap very well.
You still recovered from it pretty well, considering.
You gonna swoop at me, or what? What are you doing?
And again, anyone in chat, by the way, if you have a question for Author Blues, if you have any questions about BAZR that we can answer, please feel free to ask away. Again, sorry if you're watching this on YouTube as a rerun, but right now, as of this recording, this is live. So if you are in Twitch chat, please feel free to ask off any questions you might have. And if you're watching this on YouTube and this isn't live, feel free to go to twitch.tv/AuthorBlues and you can ask him there or leave a comment and a like. Okay, I like those Mario and Luigi emotes. Those are cute.
Unfortunately, this is going to be a little slower than usual because I have Blue Man right now.
I was going to say this does not seem optimal for time, Mr. Blues.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're ready to receive some information that might harm you, this is a little bit slower. I can do that for slide. Okay.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Crouch turns into sort of a makeshift slide, I guess.
All right, butt slide. Here we go. Does Glue Man let you run all the way around the log? It's a question from Ty.
I mean, you can't stick to the underside of it, but yeah, anything that is considered floor in the game, you don't slide on anymore.
Yeah, in this case,
May
cannot defy gravity, so no. There you go.
Well, that was funny value. I did not, I went in there thinking to myself, I'm gonna get a bunch of coins, not realizing I had Glue Man, so I couldn't slide.
Off your camera did. Your camera.
Yeah, I know, I fixed it.
All right. Oth fans, you know what to do.
Scale the Mountain and Monkey Cage are both very doable for me, so I think we're gonna full clear this stage too.
Yeah, it'll be back in a sec. You're good.
My camera is very funny.
I need to get you a not so funny camera off. I know that's a gimmick of your stream, but come on. So, if you wanted this combat card so much, May throwing bombs, why do you just dispose of it immediately? It doesn't.
I don't need it here.
I was going to say, it doesn't seem too terribly useful right now. Someday Oth is going to buy a new webcam and we are not going to know what to do with ourselves. So there you go, we're seeing some of the glue card in use there. And can use it to climb the mountain here as well. It's really good here in Tall Mountain.
Yeah.
Someone said, what's the mystery card? Is it just a random effect?
Yeah, so mystery card is a little bit difficult to work with because it just does one random card action. And that's really difficult to like run at an edge, hoping that it is a jump of some sort. Like it's just, it is great content. It is not very useful for a deck. My beloved. Rocket launch, my beloved. Activate all caps. Man. Let's go ahead and lock in some stuff here. Definitely want to laminate glue. That is for sure. Let's boost some cards here.
Do you seem to take the same general strategy every time off if you can help it?
I mean, consistency is always a great way to win, but you know, sometimes I'll see a card that I haven't used in a while and I'll grab it and see what I can do with it. Yeah.
Okay. I was just genuinely curious. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of different ways to approach this game, so I wanted to know if that was just a way you approached it often. Oh, what's going on with that music?
That's the Mario Choir. That's one of the cards I bought.
You bought a cosmetic card?
Yeah, it was only 1 coin.
This song is very flavorful. Oh my.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to give me my punch card now.
Oh, don't do that to the Aw, that's rude. Don't throw bombs at the monkey.
He doesn't mind it.
How do you know?
We talked about it.
Aw, that's rude. Don't do that to the monkey. I could somewhat buy the music being off, but don't do that to the monkey. Very nice. See, you didn't have to throw bombs at the monkey.
Didn't have to, I wanted to.
What did that monkey ever do to you?
What did that monkey ever do for me?
Cute? Look at this. It's one of the cutest sprites in all of Mario 64. Aww. Monkey's a friend.
May. All right, just need 1 more star so I can choose whatever I want. If I can get the cards for it, I might show off one interesting thing in this stage. Oh, sorry, I misremembered what stage this was. I won't be doing anything interesting. I changed my mind.
This is CCM.
For some reason, I looked at the CCM and I thought to myself, Snowman's Land.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a different stage.
You know what, that's fine. I can make this work. I gotta burn off some heat here. Hold on. Cooking too much.
Wait, you can cook too much?
I'm definitely cooking too much there.
That was a little too much mustard, yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to do this. If I'm not able to slide, well, I can slide like this. We did discover.
You got the crouch and just butt slide. Yes, we do have another hotfix show on after this. In a little while, we will be having, I believe Elden Ring is on the schedule for tonight. Yes, that'll be our next show, Game Masters, coming up after RNG in a couple hours.
Okay, but I'm not gonna get that star.
Why don't you want that star?
Because I really want to do this. It's just so satisfying to be able to just fly to wall kicks will work.
I guess you only had one more. Yeah.
I only needed one. All right. Does the shop have anything I care about?
Will you tell me?
Good
Come on,
Lord,
Luigi.
no. But I can.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Shop.
I like the Mario with his feet sticking out of the snow. That's always so cute.
Comedy card.
No Wario card for you? I know you love Wario.
The Bash card is really useful unless you have Glue Man. The Bash card lets you like run really fast, which is awesome. And it does act as an attack as well, which is kind of nice. But the main use I would say for Bash is being able to run up a slope, and I don't need that to run up a slope, so. It becomes dangerous in the same way that Totsugeki is dangerous, where if I draw it at a moment where I'm trying to mill cards, it is a card that can throw me off the edge of a platform.
So I meant to ask this the first time you were going through Bowser's Gauntlet. Does Bowser's Gauntlet kind of force you into a certain deck, or does it kind of force you away from certain decks? Does it force you, at the end of the game, to try to always keep this in mind?
Yeah, I think that's a big piece of the puzzle. Like people were asking earlier, could you just, burn all the cards in your deck so all you have is Exodia, and then just play Exodia to win? And like, sure, that'll get you 16 stars really easily. But also you do have to come here and play the Bowser Gauntlet. And Exodia on the Bowser Gauntlet only takes you to the pipe of one stage. So it solves a third of the Bowser Gauntlet. You still need a deck that can otherwise beat it.
I like the routing through here, though, still. And also, too, my other question is, the coins don't really do much for you after the Bowser Gauntlet.
They're mostly
correct?
just healing, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, like here, again, I love this strategy. So for folks who missed this the first time, Oth is going to be taking a bunch of lava damage here. This will preserve the cards. Now, again, the cards are a source of Oth's life as well. So he's taking some quote-unquote temporary damage here, which can be healed by the coins, as Oth was talking about earlier. So the kind of life that can be replenished, Oth is going to sacrifice temporarily. So I really like what you're doing here, Oth. This is a great strategy. Did you come up with this, or was this something you were watching someone else doing?
No, and when I was playing this myself the first time, I thought it would be very nice if I didn't have to spend any cards here. I mean, this hack necessarily kind of forces you to think about how am I going to, play the fewest cards. I'm really having a hard time getting on top of that platform right now. I'm not gonna lie.
This is kind of odd.
There you
go. So I wonder if this has become a BAZR meta since, because again, this game has been seeing a lot of play across Twitch. If someone really enjoys Mario 64, most likely they have been playing BAZR. I've been seeing this all over the place. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to have it here on RNG.
Yeah, it's been pretty popular. Glue Man doing me some favors here, making it way easier to just run up these slopes.
Someone said for a guy named Author, he's really hard to read. He can be sometimes. You know what? Yeah,
I get that a lot. That's valid feedback.
He's got a good poker face. I get that. Also, love the fact that is, by the way, a heal there instead of a 1-up. Again, 1-ups are scarce. And 2, if you see something that looks mushroom-shaped in this game, you may want to go in the other direction. Ooh, that is a death for Oth.
Yeah, so again, I definitely misplayed my hand there a bit.
He will have to start at the beginning of the gauntlet. However, does finishing this in 1 or 3 lives matter, Oth?
Not really, no. The retro achievement set has a, beat the game without losing any lives achievement, but like the game itself does not care about that.
Someone said shout out to the instant replay person highlighting Austin's. That is Richard. You all should absolutely give Richard shout outs. My show would be nothing without Richard. Richard is a good friend of mine. So again, thank you so much again to Richard. Again, show would be nothing. Hotfix is very, very much thankful to have Richard here doing so much behind the scenes and then some. So thanks, Richard. You're the best.
Yeah, glue makes certain things trickier. I still live and die by the glue man, but it definitely makes some things a little harder than they need to be.
Oh, yes, and speaking of which, too, for folks who might not know Oth did a race of Nintendo World Championship Legendary Mode alongside myself, Epic Crossover, and GTAs at the last AGDQ. So if you do want to check out that race, that is available on YouTube. I'll tell y'all now, Oth was very good in it. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just saying Oth gamed out of his mind during that.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, you gamed out of your mind, Oth. So yeah, if you do stop by our YouTube channel at some point, go check them out. Go check that race out. It was a lot of fun. Oth has been known to play a Martin or two.
This hack is great if you really like Mario 64 and you want something that kind of mixes it up a bit. I would not say that it's considerably harder. Like if you already are pretty familiar with Super Mario 64, it's not too bad. But it definitely makes you think about the game differently. So if you don't feel like your improvisational skills are all that great, this will definitely test you.
I like having stuff like this on RNG Oth because I want people to know that my show's not just about traditional randomizers as we know it. It's also about mods such as this, things that have excessive random elements to it. It doesn't have to just be the randomizer with the trackers that we've known and been introduced to for a while. It can be something like this as well. So again, I really appreciate you for being on showing this off today.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm hoping we get a chance to see the Green Demon deck today, Callan. Yes, that would be great.
I don't know if I'll unlock it on this file today. I think we're gonna probably end with I'm in a rough spot right now. I think we'll probably end with the pizza deck, but it should show off some of the same challenges that you might get if you were doing the Green Demon deck. They both demand you be quick about it.
Oth has also done some of the Iron Mario stuff as well, too, and quite well. I believe Oth has also done some hitless stuff in general, too, with Super Mario 64.
Yep. How do I want to play this?
Oh, geez, Oth. Oh.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's fine. It's not a lava pit. It's not a lava pit. Oth just loses a card for that.
I gotta hit the funny button. Okay.
How funny was that one?
It literally just took me to the next platform I was trying to get to. So in terms of comedy, not the funniest button I've ever pressed, but it's fine.
It was okay. It was moderately funny enough. Oh, that was a really nice use of that. That's a pretty good sequence break there, Oth. That music. Oh, why?
You don't like the Mario Choir? They're here to sing for you.
We could have done without that.
Sky, we booked this band just for you.
For me?
Yeah, they're very hard to book these days. Do you know how popular these boys are?
All right. And that is the May deck complete.
That is our May deck.
That is a lot of coins. Wow.
A lot of coins, yeah.
Skeleton deck unlocked. All right.
As another challenging deck.
Yeah. All right. So this seems like another good time for a wellness break. What do you think, Al?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Tippy says they're going to premiere for me on my next birthday. That's not too far away, Tippy. All right, so before we go to our wellness break, first of all, go follow Oth if you haven't done so already. That is at twitch.tv/AuthorBluesVideo. We have so much more Hotfix programming. We have another BAZR run coming up. It's going to be the pizza run, you said, right, Oth?
Yep, I think we're going to do pizza deck.
We're going to do the pizza deck next. That is awesome. And real quick before our wellness break, I do want to remind you all that Black in a Flash's summer speedrunning celebration, Juneteenth, will be live on the GDQ channel from June 19th to the 22nd. Type !Juneteenth in chat for the full schedule and visit gdq.gg/BAF to learn how you can join the Black in a Flash community. It's going to be a fantastic time. So again, everyone, be sure to get up, stretch, and we'll be right back with... Welcome back to Random Number Generation. I'm joined here by Author Blues, and this is Super Mario 64 BAZR, and we are going to be doing a pizza deck run from what I can understand. And Auth, you said this is one of the more difficult runs of the game. Would you care to explain why?
So this is based on Pizza Tower, and well, you'll see what the mechanic is as soon as I go into the first level.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me this was a Ninja Turtles reference here. I saw it's pizza time.
That's still a Pizza Tower reference.
No!
So
I was
slightly different deck, but the
first.
interesting one here is the Pizza Time card.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I can maybe make this work. We'll see.
That Big Boo looks like a happy fella.
So I have 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. So if you don't get it in under the time, you lose a life?
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
I'll need it.
No. You don't need luck where we're going off. I believe in you. So, same strategy. Are you going to try to maximize your coin output here?
I really can't afford to, play around with it too much. I gotta do what I gotta do.
I was gonna say, you have to make a decision quickly about where you're going. So, are you going to take chances with funny buttons?
I mean, if I get cards that are gonna make me faster, those are gonna be the ones I choose.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to do exactly what the deck is asking of me. Right now, we are doing the go on a ghost hunt, and as you can see, I'm not going particularly out of my way to do anything interesting.
Gotcha. So, can someone, either you, Auth, or someone in chat, explain to me what the premise of Pizza Tower is? I tend to play a lot of older games.
So, Pizza Tower is a game that's sort of very similar to Wario Land 4, is maybe the closest connection. It is a platformer. But when you finish every level, it has an escape sequence where you've got to finish the level in a short period of time, backwards.
Okay. Backwards?
Yeah, you get to the end and then you run back to the beginning.
Do you have to do that here?
No, not exactly, but the same timed premise is going on.
Okay, so these are timed runs.
Yeah. What makes this deck viable, while I can't really spend a lot of time farming for coins, the star bonus is doubled when Pizza Time is active.
Oh.
So I get 40 instead of 20.
Okay.
It does make things a little more viable. All right, what have I got that's going to make my life better?
RNG Manip on RNG. That's great.
Yeah, this is a really strange card. I would never buy it. It's in a few decks, but I would never purchase it. The stated definition of what RNG Manip does is it makes every dice roll into a 3.
Oh, interesting.
Basically,
okay.
any action in the game that has a random component to it is now not random.
If you tend to get a lot of bad RNG, if you're superstitious, though, I could understand why someone would want that card. Moderate luck is better than bad luck. So, Auth, I'm assuming here, maybe looking like going for Big Boo's merry-go-round?
Yeah, I'm heading straight to the merry-go-round, no fooling around.
I noticed here you went for the door instead. I assume that's because you don't want to fall into the water because Mario can't swim?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was any way you could fall into something other than water, but that makes sense if that's not the case. You don't think about these things, right? You know, you can always think about Mario swimming, but yeah, that might be the only way to get down here, so. You know what? I think I would take the Mario Choir over this sped up. This is uncomfortable music sped up. Oof. Never did care for the merry-go-round music. I must say, when you are locked in, that face is perfect.
I'm focused, yeah, I'm focused.
Off means business.
The game means business.
Yeah, I can tell.
As soon as it puts a timer on like that, I'm locked in, yeah. Trying to think of what stars I'm willing to go for here. It's a little bit tricky. Secret of the Haunted Books is definitely viable. I'd like something I can work with a little more. Some more jumps won't hurt me. Yeah, we'll do Secret of the Haunted Books and see where we're at there.
So what would you say the hardest thing you've ever done in BAZR is? Is it the pizza run or is it the green demon?
So I still haven't finished the green demon run. I know a lot of people have, but I have not. Let's see if I can get one good jump card to try doing this. Ooh, actually, hold on.
Okay,
New
holding.
strat just dropped.
Okay, listening.
Let's see, where's the lineup here? Is it right here?
Oh, would you look at that? Look at this gamer.
Okay, we made that work.
If Author Blues has not gotten your follow yet, y'all, that should have just earned it right there. Do yourself a favor and go follow off. Twitch.tv/Author Blues.
The super jump card is really nice, but it does have its limitations. You jump directly upwards and get no horizontal momentum, so it's kind of hard to combine with other useful things, but it is a good card. Special triple jump is a type of attack. I'll take that. Because I think I'm gonna go against my better judgment and try to do Big Boo's balcony.
That was really impressive, so off. I see why Off likes this deck. There's so many Warriors.
Really need my super jump right now. I really need it right this second. Please, I need my super jump. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. That,
You're literally killing me.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Less than $1.30 left there off. Why does that super jump thing look like something that's out of like a Cartoon Network thing?
It is out of a game called Pizza Tower.
Oh, that is the Pizza Tower thing. Okay. I guess that artwork reminds me of like old school Cartoon Network.
Oh, does that not act as an attack? I definitely thought it did. It's fine. I got other attacks.
See, it shows you how much I know about Pizza Tower. I didn't even recognize that graphic. Question from chat. Can you backwards long jump? Do you mean can Off backwards long jump or can you backwards long jump in BAZR?
I might have to just take a forfeit on that one. There is a BLJ card, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got knocked off the balcony, which was basically my death sentence for that attempt. Not loving chances here.
I think the monkey is judging you, Off.
A little bit, yeah. I'm feeling judged.
Do you feel bad about shooting the bombs at the monkey in the last run?
Okay, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe just a little bit. Pizza Tower has a very Ren and Stimpy art style. You know, I see it. I definitely see it. Very 90s. Did you say please when you asked for that jump before off?
So bad.
This you don't
so
want
bad for me.
Oh, this is of all the things that you want to see. This is not it, Off.
Is not it. No, that's actually bad. I may want to roll for a new stage. I'm taking the shot at this star being viable for me, and it's not really proving its worth.
Jokes aside, Off, I'm very sorry about this RNG. This is... There you
There's
go.
the card I wanted.
There's the card. You going to try for the balcony again?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, Oth doing that right from the ground. I don't know if that made a difference or not. Kind of made me nervous. So, Oth having jump and long jump. That should be enough to get him to the top of the balcony where the star is, but he cannot afford to fall again.
Okay, let me think through if I have something I can do here.
Can you get up to eye to eye?
Well, I wouldn't have a way to get into Mr. Eye.
Yeah, the vanish cap.
And I don't think I can get reds really easily here. I might be able to get reds.
In 20-something seconds.
Yeah, this might be another forfeit.
Oh, that is off your cam. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know. All right, I'm gonna reroll. I took a few shots on this, and that is not much better.
The many faces of Author Blues. How long did Totsugaki survive? Totsugaki finished. Oth did a great job with it. We're now on the pizza tower deck. All right, camera's good. We are good to go. Again, Oth's camera works. It's just a little curse from time to time.
I really wanted that to land. That's fine.
Following off just for the cam gimmick. I assure you, Oskantan is very good beyond the camera gimmick, but a lot of people do enjoy that. And that's okay. All right, so Oth, why don't you like this level on Pizza Tower? This seems like a short enough level where it would be good for Pizza Tower.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but it makes me nervous because there's a lot of stars that require a decent number of cards, and my deck is still pretty lean.
Okay. It looks like this is okay so far. I don't want someone in the comments and or YouTube and or Twitch section to say, Sky, you've cursed us. This is looking okay so far. How about that? Then I don't curse you that way. There you go. All right.
Yeah, we got it.
I just have to say it's looking okay, not good, and that'll do it, you know? Then I don't have to worry about the commentator's curse.
All right, let's take a look at the shop and see if there's any cards that might do me some favors. And I need to not freeze the clock next time if I'm going to go for the around the clock card. Actually, let me take another random teleport. Random teleport's really good on TikTok clock because sometimes you get lucky and get really high up in the stage.
Yeah, it seems like if you go really up in the clock, that's good for most of the stars, if not all of them, right? Because it's much easier to go down the tower than up the tower.
I'd say that's generally true, yeah.
I mean, I almost think of this clock tower stage, if any of y'all have ever played a Castlevania game, there's a clock tower stage in almost all of them. Going down the clock tower is much easier than going up a clock tower. Read Castlevania 3, for instance, for those of you who've played the second stage, the clock tower.
No.
That's not
it didn't have to be like that. It didn't have to be like that.
Nope. Okay. Camera being a little odd there. Oth escaping the heave-ho, though. All right. Oth heading for the, I believe this is the pit and the pendulum.
Yeah, I was going to see whether or not I could get, because I've got a few moments here. If I can get my,
It's a coin box, but no crouch. Needs the crouch for that.
I'm trying to see if I can get my crouch card.
There you go.
Because getting a few extra coins would be really worth it.
Bold move here. Let's see how it pays out. And does it pay out? helps out with Oz health. Now he just has to get the star in time, and indeed he does. So it is it's a pretty decent sized payoff here, but I don't know if you're gonna end up paying in time or not there. Nope, still plus 18. Not bad. That worked out.
All right, I'm not gonna buy another random teleport. I think I've already got 2 in my deck.
Ooh, we got a vanish and a hover.
I'll take the extra jump. That's about all I think is useful to me at the moment. Hover, I wish the hover card were better.
Any reason to not take the vanish cap there, as it would open up more stars to you? Is it because you've already seen Big Boo's haunt?
Yeah, I don't have really a lot of stars that I think it would... Okay, missed that one. I don't really have a lot of stars that I think it would help me with, so... Like, there's nothing here that I would benefit from having, at least. Alright, we're just gonna play it cool and get the around the clock star.
Good. Yeah, the game is giving Oth a hand with getting this star. Not my pun, though, unfortunately.
Get a hand. Still have at least 1 star here that's pretty easy to get, so I'm not quite ready to dip, but
ooh, some mysteries here.
I'll take them. It's fine. There actually is an ABC challenge deck in this. Based on Panenkoic's A button press challenge, where the only gimmick there is that you don't get a button. Like, there's a lock on that button, and you cannot put a card there.
Kind of reminds me of the Boyer boss from Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, kind of.
Buttons gets locked down.
That was bad.
Yeah, what do you got left? Stomp out in the swamp, and what else? Roll into the cage?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get a card that'll help me with that. Okay, here we go. Another random teleport. Where are we at now? See, here, I might as well try to do... Might as well try to do...
Stump out of the swamp?
Yeah. That's fine. I needed to mill a card. It's going to choose for me, but... Really need something. Okay. Oh. This is fun. Oh, I didn't plan this. Okay. We're going to pivot. I thought I was going to get more height there. I did not get very much height, and so I really needed to bail.
Only -5 on the time bonus, though. Like, that could have been way worse.
I'm out of here. This stage sucks. Stop it.
Told you about the Vanish Cat.
Did I get anything useful for me? I'll check to see what I've got in the shop. If I get Clip or Vanish, I'll go do it.
You knew that was going to happen.
Well, no, I didn't. We've had quite a few stages that have just not been showing up in these runs.
No womps, right?
No womps.
THI.
Man,
it's
I
your
hate
favorite
this stage.
Oh, I know you do. Oth really doesn't like this stage. Hi.
Okay, if you're not going to talk to me, that's fine.
Oh, the pink bomb didn't want to engage in a chit-chat with you?
Guess not. Okay, I'm going to try something.
Probably going to the tip-top of the huge island here.
It was a weird combo of cards I decided to play to do that, but it worked.
As Simple Flips' face appeared there.
Shout outs to Simple Flips.
Nice time bonus there, though. That was really good. The question is, will Author Blues be willing to pull out the wallet to get rid of his beloved THI?
It's only 20 now. It depends on what I see in the shop. Balloon is not bad. Updraft I can maybe work with. Balloon is the big one, though. With Balloon, I might be able to make some things happen. Let's see if we can get a star or two here before we dip.
Ooh. I was saying, all right. Gonna take it on again. Oh yeah, they put floaties here because, again, Oth cannot go in that water. And he doesn't have the glue man here either. So this is not going to be an easy stage for him to navigate. Gonna race Koopa the Quick, though. This is not an easy one. We'll see how he handles it.
I got my Bash card.
Oh, yeah. Wario makes him go pretty fast. Look at that. Still not easy. Oth making it look easy, though.
Gosh, I sure hope Koopa the Quick shows up eventually.
Oth, how did you not fall off that bridge? Like,
I
it's
don't know.
so
I
easy.
got lucky.
I don't know about that.
Do I feel willing to do anything else here? Getting to Wiggler is just annoying. I don't really want to do that. Technically, Piranha Plants is not that bad, but I don't know if I want to do that either. I think I'm gonna do Piranha Plants and then dip. I think that's the only other one that feels like really viable.
You were going for way more stars in Tiny Huge Island than I thought you would. Like, I was very much memeing on you here, but you're going for it. What happens if he lands in the water? He loses a card from his deck, which is not the same as a life here. But if he runs out of cards from the deck, he does lose a life.
Okay. So we're doing pretty good on coins, much better than I would have expected to on the pizza deck. Yeah, I'm not willing to do any of the other things. I could do red coins, but getting 2 red coins is probably going to cost me enough cards that it's not really worth it to me.
By the way, while we are in between attempts here, we do have an exciting thing coming up very soon. We have Sonic and the Sega All-Stars. So the annual Sonic Hotfix event is back with Sonic and the Sega All-Stars live on June 14th and 15th at 12 p.m. Eastern. This year, we're expanding beyond Sonic Speedruns to include other iconic Sega franchises. Type !Sonic in chat for the full schedule and let us know what you're excited to see. I have grown rather fond of Sonic games lately, especially since the Retro Achievement Sonic Adventure 2 Battle has come out. It's been a lot of fun. So,
technically got plenty of time here, but I really shouldn't loiter too long because Koopa the Quick, in the worst case, will take a minute 30 to get to the top of the mountain, and that does not leave me a lot of time to work with. So I'm not gonna loiter too much.
I've never seen someone use the term loiter like you have in this sense off. It's funny.
Not everyone knows this, but Koopa the Quick actually runs up the mountain faster once you win the race.
Really?
Yeah, it's the reason why there's variance in his time, is because getting to the top of the mountain makes him run faster. And so I'm going to try to... Apparently I cannot balloon out of long jump. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to touch this, and then I'm going to kill King Bob-omb, and we'll see which one ends first.
I was wondering if you were going to do that. Does King Bob-omb go away once you defeat him?
He does.
Okay, that makes sense because you can't obtain the same star twice.
Okay, so you can't use bash against him. That's fine. We'll finish here.
I believe Koopa the Quick wins that race against King Bob-omb.
He was a little faster than I could kill King Bob-omb, so... I'm probably not going to be able to do every single star here, for obvious reasons. Without a wing cap, I can't really get the secrets in the sky very easily. But I'll see what I can do. Boo.
What does the Exodia arm do? If you collect all 4 pieces of Exodia in your hand at once, you will get the star. The star just drifts to you, or do you teleport to the star off?
The star teleports to you.
Nice.
I've got a
now,
minute.
which star teleports to you, though? That's the thing.
One random star that you haven't collected yet.
Okay. But once you get to the Bowser Gauntlet at the end, the Exodia pieces do nothing?
They'll teleport you directly to the end of whatever stage of the Bowser Gauntlet you're on, but it'll only do it for one of them, so...
That makes sense. So do a lot of people tend not to use the Exodia pieces then?
I mean, if I am able to get like 2 or 3 of the pieces really quickly, then I might try to get them, but generally speaking, I'm not too concerned with them. It's difficult to get all 5 of them, so it's not super worth it in my opinion.
Makes sense.
Do I already have an updraft? I feel like I already bought one. Nope. I'll take an updraft.
But yes, I think after everything you've been through in this pizza gauntlet, I am happy you did get Bomb Battlefield. I was hoping you would get something you haven't seen before, but this one's pretty good.
Oh. Okay. I lined that up poorly. I can live with that. I keep forgetting that you cannot balloon out of a long jump.
Yeah, you had mentioned that one before, but yeah, I mean, it's habit, it seems like.
It's fine. If I can get my crouch card, I'll get... Do I have a crouch card? I do, thank goodness. What? Oh my god, I missed one of them. I didn't realize. What am I doing here? I'm not going to be able to do reds. I think I might pop out and pop back in. I tried 2 different stars, and they did not work out for me, but that's okay.
Again, Oth, I can't stress enough just in general. You've been doing a really great job with this.
Thank you.
So, does this deck eventually throw a green demon at you, or is that exclusively the green demon deck?
That's exclusively the green demon deck.
Gotcha.
Alright, let's see if I can do this.
That was a really good aim, actually. Right at the tree.
Yeah, I've got enough coins. I was gonna go grab that coin box, but it's like, I've got enough. I've got like 500 coins. Still want to get behind Chain Chomp's gate. If I had had Vanish Cap, I could have used that. They made the gate so that you can Vanish Cap through it. I think reds are viable here. I think behind Chain Chomp's gate's viable. I gotta take the stars I can get in an easy level, because if I re-roll, I know it's just gonna throw me back into some stage I don't want to be in. I did not mean to hit Z. Every now and then, my brain swaps Z and R, and I don't know why.
All right, pretty smooth Chain Chomp's gate there. Yeah, Oth doesn't trust the stage shuffler right now, is what I'm hearing. Even though he has a ton of coins right now, so I personally do not understand the hesitancy, but I trust the process with him.
All right, we're gonna get red coins, and then we're gonna re-roll for one more stage, and that'll be that.
Do you find the red coins in this stage to be fast? I always found them to be fast, but not really.
They're fine.
I don't like how one of the red coins is on the floating aisle. But I suppose you have the balloon and the updraft, so that should help.
I missed an easy one somewhere I'm not remembering.
You might have missed one at the beginning.
Oh, I didn't get the one by Chain Chomp.
Yeah.
That's not the button I meant to hit. That's fine.
Probably. Yep, he's right there.
It's not the button I meant to hit either.
He's off looking for a teleport.
Yeah, I was gonna see whether or not I could random teleport to it. This might be tricky.
You can still make this. It's gonna be a tight window. I think that's a big no.
Yeah. I definitely thought I was gonna make that gap. Fine, let's reroll and see what we get.
11 coins. What does he get? Oh, he knew it. 25 to reroll. All right, here we go. We haven't gotten Snowman's Land yet. This is a new one for us to see. You call this a punishment,
It's fine.
I mean, he called a shot. I mean, he did get Tiny Huge Island again, which he did not want to see. So, got to give credit where credit's due for him anticipating that bad luck. But looks like here, this isn't such bad luck. This is in the deep freeze. Enough jump cards to go around. Very nice off. See, was that so
one
bad?
more star and then we're back to the BAZR Gauntlet. All right. BAZR Gauntlet time.
Here comes BAZR.
The death I deserve, Yoli. Toshigeki has a little bit of utility for me, so... Go ahead.
Do you tend to overspend at the end here before the BAZR Gauntlet? Again, I don't see what the use of having any extra coins is after BAZR.
I do find that I will often, burn through a bunch of money to see what I can find.
Sure.
My greatest hope would be to find like a wing cap. That would be really great. Rocket launch would be nice too, but
Oh, that draws coins towards you. That's really cool. I like that.
I don't need a third funny button.
Oh, what was the sine wave? That looked kind of cool.
Sinusoidal move speed, which means that you're gonna like continuously start running fast and then running slow and then running fast and then running slow. Would love to get a wing cap. That would be so cool for me. Love to get a wing cap or something like a wing cap. Data jump is kind of like a wing cap. Wow. Nothing I care about here. Let's go buff some cards and then I'll spin the rest of them here. That rocket blast is my win con, so.
Somebody asked, what is a beta jump?
Not much. What's the beta jump with you?
Oh my goodness,
It's a spin jump. Like it twirls through the air, kind of like you landed on a spin drift. You'll notice that we still have the time limit.
Yeah, except it's
a little more generous. It's 3 stages worth of time.
Would you consider this generous?
Well, I mean, it's more generous than if it had been 2 minutes like every other stage had been.
However, can you use the lava method through the fire sea? Like, is that going to be too slow?
You know, we're really going to find out together.
I don't know if I want to find that out. I was kind of hoping you had already tested it.
Oh, come on. You think I test anything?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just a mistake in communication. I had not tested it, no.
Oh, that's not good. Although this only took a minute, so very nice. On to the next one. This is the fire sea. Someone said, I dream one day to have 1/5 of the dad joke power that Off has.
Gotta be a little bit careful here. I don't have Blue Man. I don't have to be super precious about my cards here. I do have pretty much all the cards I would want. I'm not really hurting for cards. My deck has 18, so it's... Ooh, that's not great. Okay.
Oh, that made me nervous, Off.
That made me nervous. You think you're nervous. I'm the one holding the controller. You got no idea.
I don't have control over that. That's why it made me nervous. Don't do that again. You're making all of us nervous here at home. No, Off. Jokes aside, you're doing way better at this than I could ever hope to be. This is amazing gameplay. Ooh, like I said, that was really good.
I'm still pretty happy with this pace.
Yeah. Okay, Off, moving on to the third and final. With 3 minutes left, can he make it to the top of In the Sky?
Okay. It's a good start.
I noticed you're not going through your deck much, Off.
Yep. Being a little bit conservative, probably more than I need, but...
Ooh, Off gets a bonk. That's okay. He survived there. Hit the funny button. Got him right back to where he wanted to be, so it was moderately funny.
Okay, this is good.
All right. It's good. These are all buttons Off wants to see on this final platforming stage. Less than 2 minutes to go.
That's fine. It's exactly where I wanted to be, so however I got there is not
That was
unimportant.
kind of a funny button. That was kind of a funny button. All right. Again, nice jump there. And there we go. That's time.
That is the pizza deck.
Wow, Off. That was nerve-wracking. Yeah, that was very stressful compared to the first two. I would not recommend someone use the pizza deck in their first few playthroughs.
Me, Mario.
Wow. Off, that was fantastic. So, do you have any shout-outs you would like to give?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Skybills for running Random Number Generation, which is this really cool show on GDQ Hotfix you should watch. Shout outs to Leighton for working with me to make the retro achievement set for this, which was a lot of fun. Shout outs to the devs. Let me really quickly plug the devs.
Yeah.
Created by Anonymous Moose, Furious Fight, and SPK. So thank you to them for working on this, and shout outs to Simple Flips, without whom this hack probably wouldn't exist, for doing his chaos competition. This was a commissioned hack. A lot of these sorts of hack competitions are people make things and they hope that they're going to get some sort of prize. Simple Flips is built different, and he actually paid all of the teams to make their respective hacks and then offered prizes on top of that. So this was a fully commissioned competition. Really great way to spend money to support the community and the hard work that ROM hackers do. Seriously, like, stand up dude, and really cool that he made this competition happen, and we got a cool hack out of it. So
anything else, Off? Anything else you would like to say?
Thanks to my homies for showing up and watching. You're all my homies now. You've been inducted.
That's awesome. Please follow Author Blues at twitch.tv/Author Blues, lowercase a, of course. And Auth, I would like to thank you for being here on RNG. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Ton of fun. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So really quick here, this is not the end of our GDQ broadcast for tonight. We still have another show after this. I wanted to remind you all that Frame Fatale, GDQ's all-women and femme speedrunning community, is preparing for its next event, Flame Fatale. Run submissions will be open from now until June 1st. Type !FF in the chat for information on how to join the Discord and stay up to date with all things Frame Fatale. So I am Skybills for Random Number Generation here on GDQ Hotfix. Stay tuned, because coming up next is